What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Survival Guide, and indeed, we're going to listen to the final tune on her 2023 album, Death Dreams. Once again, major shout out to Emily herself, as well as to Michaela and Kim and some others like Solo who've commented along the way as we've gone through this album. And the last track is I'll Picture You, which, number one, sounds less like a photograph and more like a mental picture, and it seems like there's an implication that there will be no immediate proximity. Certainly it's referring to a future event, and the way I took the phrase is that it would then be looking back, like retrospectively, and whether it's because the people in question have separated, the breakup of a relationship, say, whether it's because one of them has passed away and is no more, or at the very least the speaker, the narrator, is in a situation, a new phase of their life where the other person is just no longer present. It felt a bit melancholic when I looked at the title, so obviously that might not be relevant, but I'll do my best to follow along. Let's give it a listen. This is Survival Guide and the final tune on her 2023 album, Death Dreams, and it's called I'll Picture You.
I really hoped for the double-decker bus, though we never made it back to London anyway. Maybe even better, Mount Vesuvius, positioned into a permanent embrace. I was wrong to think that as the red slowed, I'd have your hand to hold, both our fingers growing cold. But somehow when I focus on your face, dark fears erased. Whatever takes me to the next place is love. I'm about to die, so I picture you. About to die, knowing our love is true. Maybe if I love hard enough, I'll get to stay here by your side. So I'll picture you when I die. Can you sense it? Are my thoughts breaking through to your sleepy head? Can you feel it? Is there anything we left unsaid? Looking down at the city lights below, time is slowing down, but only for me. Nothing special about the concrete curve. My vision blurred until your eyes are all I see. I was wrong to think that as the red slowed, I wouldn't do it all alone. Feel the hum within my bones.
the album. I think it's beautiful. Sonically, it's beautiful. Vocally, it's beautiful. It's a very vulnerable track. It's a tune that in some ways conformed to what I was thinking in advance, but it seems to be referring to a relationship that did come and go, and they never made it back to London. It sounds like, they may have gone there, and at some point, oh, we gotta come back, and we gotta do this and that, and then it didn't quite happen, making reference to a double-decker bus, a Route Master. And then suddenly talking about Mount Vesuvius, which if, the people of Pompeii, some of whom were immortalized essentially because they were like vaporized so rapidly that their shadows were projected onto the buildings and so on. And so the final moments of these people, holding each other and so on, were then, uncovered generations later by archaeologists and people who studied the eruption of Mount Vesuvius. So, yeah, it feels like that was a metaphor for the idea of, in her final moments, she would like nothing more than to embrace this person and to show that her love is still true. And maybe in her waking life, that is, as it is sometimes called, those final moments where supposedly time slows down, but only for her, as she says, she would be able to stay in that place with him. And, there seemed to be a reference about, like, whoever takes me to the next place, almost like what is his name, Charon, the person who conveys your soul over the river Styx and so on. It feels like there's a bit of that kind of metaphor going here too. And the idea that there's nothing more that she wants to think of in that moment, and nothing more than she wants to feel than the love she has for this person. So in her final moments, as she's dying, she'll picture you, this other person whom she clearly holds with as much love as ever, with a true love. And so it's a sad song, and yet it's beautiful. And this idea that, again with the reference of Mount Vesuvius and in this dying embrace, that she would actually feel comfort and solace and love despite passing on. It's a really beautiful sentiment, and the piano provides the perfect accompaniment to her voice. And in a way it reminded me a bit of like a Tori Amos tune, where her voice and the piano just have this intimacy and this beautiful human quality. So not quite the same sonically, either vocals or the arrangement, but definitely in that sort of domain, and very, very well done, and an incredibly well chosen tune to end the album with. So once again, shout out to Emily for an incredible album. And I still need to go through more of the Tsunami Bomb when she was the lead singer. I've done a few tunes from the Definitive Act. I need to go through more of that. But yes, as I said, shout out also to Michaela and Kim and others who've commented along the way. Let me know what you think of this beautiful song, and I will see you next time. Peace.